Let's go to Martin, line number 5.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Martin. How are you doing?
Pretty good, thank you. Yourself. There's an abundance of programs agreeing and disagreeing with what you're saying. I think that first of all, in short, in a nutshell, I think that there are many corporations that we all know of, that we've heard of over the years, multi-billion-dollar corporations, Fortune 500 corporations that do not pay their fair share of taxes. However, having said that, there is a majority of so-called quote-unquote wealthy, rich folks, billionaires, zillionaires, whatever you want to call them, that without their tax money going into the coffers, we wouldn't have a bone to eat this morning for breakfast. The people that you're talking about, the rich folks that are getting the advantage, yes, there are rich folks that are getting some advantage. Money makes money. Rich get rich, the poor get poor. It's always been the case. It always was, and it always will be. There's no disputing that. There's no arguing that. That's hands off the table. That's old news. It's always going to be that way until we find out a different economic system for the world to exist by, and that's called communism or socialism. If that's what you're advocating, and I don't know that it is, but that's the only alternative that we have to what you're talking about. Now, however, number 2, when there was an article the other day about the taxes that illegals pay. They work and they pay taxes and they have illegal Social Security numbers because they have to have thousands and thousands of, they don't get Social Security numbers on their own, so they have to get them from somewhere. So they get them and they do pay their taxes. However, what we fail to consider is this. Do we want, and this is the crux of my question, we hear about the fact that these illegals are paying taxes and not getting their fair share. These are good people. A majority of the people coming over the border are good people that want a better life. Some are coming over because they've been abused in their country, so much abused that they have to get out. Now, is that America's problem to solve the greed, the graft, and the corruption? We have our own. We have our own crime. We have our own greed. We have our own. We cannot police the world. We're trying to. We have tried to. The argument is the United States is supposed to cure the ills of the rest of the world. Mexico, we're supposed to take care of the Mexican cartels. We're supposed to take care of Somalia. We're supposed to take care of Africa, what's happening over there. The Taliban, we were supposed to take care for 20 years of Afghanistan. We're supposed to take care. Donald Trump, love him or hate him, MAGA, whatever you want to talk about. We don't want to go back to 4 years ago where the Homeland Security guy, Mallorca, is telling us, gaslighting the American people. Who is he trying to get to believe that hundreds of times he has said the southern border is closed? It's closed. I cannot tell you, I pulled my hair out the number of times I have heard that moron say the southern border is closed. Closed to what? Closed to who? You juxtaposition that against the fact that when he's saying that, you see thousands of people coming across the river. At the same time, he's saying the border's closed. Closed to who? Closed to what? Who's he trying to gaslight?
Okay, I think I get your whole picture, Martin.
Okay,
I think I got your.
We don't want to go back to 15 million people. We don't know many of the hundreds of.
Let me answer, Martin. Let me answer. This is important.
4 years ago.
Martin, can you hear me or not?
Yes.
Okay, now let me answer the questions one at a time. Notice that I allowed you to speak without interruption. Now allow me to answer your questions. First of all, the first part of your commentary, you spoke against what you said. Here's the deal. You spoke about corporations that, yes, they're bad corporations and their greed, etc. You also said that unless the system changes, that's how it's always going to be. And you're correct. That's how it's always going to be until the system changes, until we change the paradigm. Your response, which is an indoctrinative response given by the people who are taking advantage of us right now, wants you to believe that the only answer to making the system correctly fairer is to institute communism. So everybody gets scared. Oh my God, we either take this nasty type of system or we take communism. That's a false choice. It is a false choice that we have killed a lot of people to maintain. The reason we have attacked many countries that have tried to adapt a more equitable system is because if Americans saw an equitable system in action, they would ask, why don't we ourselves do that? You should ask yourself questions like, why is all the wealth from the minerals on federal lands going into the coffers of a few and not the many when it's on federal lands owned by all of us? So as far as the economic system is concerned, I will tell you respectfully, we as a country, as a people, have been indoctrinated into believing that the opposite of capitalism is communism, which is a statement of a fallacy. China is the biggest, most successful capitalist country in the world. Okay. And that's a communist country. America is the biggest successful capitalist country in the world. And while we have the implication that it's a democracy, it is far from a democracy. Just look at the Senate. It is not a democracy. Let's go further. You also spoke about the traffic. You don't want to see whether the world's problems are America's problems. Why let's take care of America. Again, this comes from us not understanding international policies instituted by our own country. The world's problems are, in fact, America's problems because many of the world's problems were created by our American expansionism. If we learned more in school about what America did in Chile, Argentina, Santo Domingo, Cuba, Panama, Nicaragua, and you may say, oh, they always did good things. That's what you heard. But let me tell you, we have been an extractive country throughout the world. Extractive throughout the world. That you don't know that, it's okay. After you've learned that, if you keep your same form of thinking, that's a problem. And what I'm doing here at Politics Done Right is not giving you what you hear at Fox News or not giving you what you hear on mainstream media. It's just simply telling you the truth and then asking you not to take my word, but to look it up. It's readily available for all to see. Everything that I stated in the monologue that Howard generated, everything that I said is accurate, factual, and can be, if one wants to do the research that I've done all my life, you can actually find out if I'm lying, if I'm propagandizing or not. The fact of the matter, I'm not. You look at what we did with the rice, the rice rules under Clinton. We got the Haiti boat. We got the Haiti issues. We can talk. We can show American involvement in much of the migration that is occurring right from south to Venezuela, from south to Costa Rica, from south to Haiti. All of that has an American component. The problem is our news media won't tell you that. And when these people start to come in, you're like, oh, we need to get them out. Well, let's talk a little bit about that as well. Getting them out. Let's remember that they are coming here because there is a demand. Like I said, it's never a supply side thing. It's a demand. And we have a demand for workers of this caliber, and that's what they represent. They don't come here and take. They are a net positive to the economy, as most Americans are going to find out when they go to the grocery stores and find the prices have risen, not only because of tariff, but because of the lack of labor to get the things that need to be done that you are accustomed to getting at an economical price. So, Martin, we can't continue the conversation with you today, but we can call back and I can answer you definitively one at a time. What I am saying, my brother, is absolutely right. What you're saying, the narrative that you gave, sir, was a narrative I could pick off of Fox News and tell you that that narrative is absolutely false. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.